question is why Fury Orb?
All right. Hello, everybody. It is your boy Juice back again with Mom's Basement Streams, bringing you some standard action in Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, we have a mono blue artifact list, and I'm actually really excited about this. Artifacts is one of my favorite archetypes, actually. Actually, let me go ahead and readjust my camera here. See, we're getting some sun glare. Let me try to block that with my big fat head. That seems to be a little bit better. Anyway, artifacts, one of my favorite archetypes in all of Magic the Gathering, and now it's in standard. So, what are we going to be doing today? We have a list that is actually centered on bouncing all of our opponents' things back to their hand with Flood of Tears, and then using it to either play, hopefully, a free Ugin, which is like our best play with it, or a Karn, the Great Creator, or even a Sai, if we return 4 more permanents we control to our hand when we cast it. Very important. So, once we have this online, we have a sideboard full of cards here that we can access with Karn. One of the best cards we can use right now is Mystic Forge, which helps us go through our entire deck with the reduced cost from Ugin, the mana acceleration of Power Stone Shards and Gilded Lotus paired with Ugin, and then other mana rocks like we have Mana Geode, and then we have Traveler's Amulets to find some lands, Manifold Keys to either untap treasure maps, which we have 2 of, untap Gilded Lotuses for or Power Stone Shards for extra mana, or we can even do use it to untap things like our Chaos Wand in our sideboard, or Mystic Forge to get some more synergy going that way, keep our deck alive longer. And other than that, we're just trying to use Renowned Weaponsmith here to ramp. It's 2 mana of any color to only be spent on artifact spells or to activate the ability of artifacts. We can actually turn that into real usable mana through the card Guild Globe, though. Guild Globe, when it comes into play, we draw a card. It's 2 mana, so it's free with the reduction cost from Ugin. Then you can pay 2, tap, and sack it to add 2 mana of different colors. Using this with Renowned Weaponsmith's ability actually makes it so you can spend that mana on anything instead of just artifacts, which can be pretty crazy when we start going off late game. And then, of course, we have Sai to build up an army of Thopters to beat our opponent to death, although we can be oppressive enough with cards like God Pharaoh's statue and Meteor Golems out of our sideboard, and even stealing our opponent's sorcery and instant spells with Magistrate Scepter, where we just get big scoops from our opponents a lot of times. So, without further ado, we are going to actually bring this list into a singleton constructed, or not singleton, a best of one constructed event here, because I think it'll do a lot better in best of one than it would do almost anywhere else. Being able to optimize our sideboard in best of ones to just be accessed by Karn is kind of crazy. And I think the value that we're going to end up getting from that is actually going to translate into some more wins. And just greater toolbox effect overall than we're actually going to have if we just used... well, if we used up some of the sideboard slots for things like negate and stuff like that in certain matchups. So this hand isn't great, but Manifold Keys plus Treasure Map is a really quickly untapped Treasure Map, and these Manifold Keys paired with any of our Mana Rocks are pretty great. And we know we have a Sai on top now, which makes me want to keep this even more. So we'll go Manifold Key pass. See a mountain from our opponent, pass back. Turn 2, we're just going to play an island and a treasure map. Pass it back. And we're actually probably just going to play Sai next turn instead of activating the treasure map. Because Sai, and then the next turn, 2 keys is a pretty good play. Our opponent just shocked our face, probably on mono red. I mean, we have to throw Sai out there, and if our opponent wants to, like, double shock it or something, or 2-for-1 it with any kind of spell on our turn, that's okay with me. They could also just get rid of it with any other kind of 4 damage burn spell on their turn. Looks like that might be what's happening right now. Land from our opponent. Still looking at our Sai. I mean, we can get literally 3... Oh yeah, they're just going to waste 2 burn spells. If they want to make bad 2-for-1s with our creature, I'm totally okay with that again. Yeah. Lightning Strike and Shock. Those are 2 burn spells that aren't going at our face with their spells, slingery, burn deck, whatever. Alright. Let's just get some treasure map activations. Probably just going to play another Manifold Key. Pass back, and I'll activate treasure map on their turn. This actually means I'm going to put a stop on our upkeep so we can flip treasure map next turn. Yeah, we see a Ral. Renowned Weaponsmith isn't great here, so we'll bottom that. Definitely want to have our activation there on our upkeep.
Ready to go toe-to-toe with me?
So it looks like our opponent's actually just playing Ral combo.
Danger only makes field research more interesting.
This is just going to hurt because they're going to try to infinitely copy a spell to kill us. So we really want to be going kind of fast here. Gilded Lotus. Great mana acceleration, but we don't really need it. And then let's draw for turn. River of Tears. It's good if we find something else to use with it, but we don't have anything big to slap down right now, so I am not going to use it. And this only untaps an artifact, so we can't untap Treasure Cove with it. But I'm going to sacrifice our amulet here. Find us an island. Land for turn. Manifold Key number 3. We're going to have to be careful, too, that we actually have enough permanence to return to our hand with this Flood of Tears. So right now we are actually going to probably have to use up a treasure if we don't draw anything else to play into that.
Guild Mage, Planeswalker, Genius Inventor, I got it all.
So they're just scrying with Ral again. They need to find at least 3 pieces for this combo, so we might have a turn or 2. Traveler's Amulet is just so meh. We're trying to find like an Ugin or a Sai here. Guild Globe, I'll play that. Because if we return it anyway, we just get an additional draw from it, which is good. Traveler's Amulet. I already played a land this turn, so we will pass back. No need to sack the Amulet unless I really have to. No need to shuffle right now. Yeah, so
You like the gauntlets? Built them myself.
Still scrying, which is looking good for us. Bottoming is what we want to see. I'm surprised they haven't even cast like Chemister's Insight or anything yet. Okay, so Healy is definitely another decent win condition for them. I'm actually going to put a charge counter on this blast zone right now because I want to be able to blow up Healy with it, if possible. But we're going to pay 2, bring that up. Go to our next turn. Power Stone Shards, still not good enough, really. So let's just keep using our treasure to draw cards with Treasure Cove. Find yet another Blast Zone. Cast Power Stone Shard. And we just kind of have to pass back here. Like, literally, we just need to find any of our Planeswalkers next turn. So, cross our fingers there.
My experiments are mostly successful, except for that.
Alright. Mountain from our opponent. Actually, we shouldn't have played that Power Stone Shard. Because we're just going to lose it. Because I'm probably going to pop here. So unless like we literally draw an Ugin, I'm just going to pop this. Alright, they're still on their main phase too. Now it's our turn. We get a Karn, which could be good enough. Oh, actually, we can just stop their combo entirely. Yeah, we're gonna Flood of Tears here. Yeah, we're gonna use this mana. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flood of Tears. Oh, and they're actually just going to counter it. I forgot their deck runs a full playset of Ionize. Oh well. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, at least we know they literally have, like, nothing right now. Let's grab an island. Play land for turn so we're actually making use of our mana. And just pass back. Next turn we'll try to land Gilded Lotus into Karn. And I think we might be able to beat them pretty easily here. I just want to bait with the Lotus and make sure we can land Karn. Ooh, Sarkin. That's actually bad for us. I was gonna say we weren't really on a clock otherwise, but now we actually kind of are. So maybe they're not running. I mean, this has to just be Rao combo, just with like a Sarkin thrown in there. That's really weird though. I've never seen a list like that runs Rao on the main board. I mean, clearly it's a decent choice.
I know how to stop you.
Huh. Our opponent just had no idea how to stack their triggers there. We're going to take 4 here, and now we're definitely on a pretty heavy clock. We essentially have to win, like, next turn. And I don't know how physically possible that is. Yeah, now we really have to win next turn. Because we're at 8 and they're presenting lethal. Arch of Araska doesn't do anything. So I guess we just cast Karn. Minus Karn. And then let's just get a Sorcerer's Spyglass. Stop them from activating Sarkin. Hi. Hope you didn't want to activate that anytime soon. Pass back. I like getting Gilded Lotus down because now we have a 3 mana mana rock that we can actually use with our our keys here. Oh, didn't mean to do that at all. That's really weird, computer. And then I can also animate this with Karn to kill their Saheeli if they decide to swing with both those tokens at Karn, which I think would be hilarious. Because there's some other cards we can use to shut down their combo entirely with Karn, but with Ral offline right now, and with Sarkhan turned off with probably no mainboard way in their deck to get rid of Sorcerer's Spyglass, we're looking pretty okay. So that just gets rid of one of our permanents and destroys their Saheeli. So I'm okay with that. It's not like a great trade, but I've also seen worse. So for the love of God, I just have to not turn our Sorcerer Spyglass into a creature. Like if there's one thing I could tell myself on repeat right now, it would be don't turn your Sorcerer Spyglass into a creature. But Guild Glow I'm totally okay with. If it dies, that's whatever. You can block a token. If they have a shock or a bolt for it, that's whatever. They find another Saheeli. Okay.
Prepare to marvel at my masterpieces.
So we'll cast a Sigh here, and then now that we've actually drawn Sigh, I'm kind of tempted to just go Mystic Forge. Cast Mystic Forge. Make a Thopter. Cast Ugin, which is like literally the top hit that we could have had off the top of our library right now. Save his ability. 1-for-1 with a Mana Geode. Scry 1. Leave Karn on top. Activate Ugin. Make a manifest token that is actually a Karn. And we'll pass back. Literally, now that Sarkhan's shut off, like, their deck isn't really, like, terrifying. Because, like I said, they still need 3 to 4 cards to get their Ral combo online, with Ral being one of them. And with them wasting so many burn spells that would activate that combo, I don't see them going anywhere, realistically, with their deck. Alright, turn Guild Globe into a creature. Let's activate Mystic Forge first. Yep, cast Power Stone Shard. That is some positively netted mana if I've ever seen it. Make a Thopter. Make an Ugin token, so if somehow they board wipe, we just literally can restart with Karn and Ugin, which is kind of just game over for our opponent. Make a treasure. Or not a treasure. Treasure map, make a Thopter. Alright, they're gonna negate our treasure map. That's whatever. If negate's all they have, we're probably making Thopters a lot faster than they're making constructs. So keep at it, opponent. I commend you. Severe Infloy to the bottom. So like, it's pretty easy to see how like the synergy from this deck works. I personally am loving it. Let's Manifold Key our Gilded Lotus. Renowned Weaponsmith. I don't really want to cast this second Karn right now. Am I okay with sacking 2 of my artifacts to Sai right now? And let's just go to combat. And we're going to start beating our opponent's face in with Thopters.
Come on.
Yep.
I will consume you.
If for some reason they managed to like restart, we have Flood of Tears to literally restart it ourselves. So our opponent's pretty hard on lockdown here. Runaway Steamkin. Weird choice. Our opponent's playing some jank. I thought this was straight up just going to be the Ral combo deck. Which is a decent deck in my opinion. Alright, so with Ugin again, I want to be able to restart my combo if they somehow manage to like literally get rid of our entire board with some jank. So Sai lets us do that.
Secrets manifest before you.
Mystic Forge is going to get rid of that. We find our 4th Ugin. That's weird. How about, let's minus Karn right now.
My purpose is greater than myself.
I want to cast a God Pharaoh statue right now. Shutting our opponent off sounds pretty fun. Then I'm going to cast another Karn.
I am Karn.
Then I'm going to minus 2 set Karn.
I will reach corruption.
Then I'm going to grab Chaos Wand. Because Chaos Wanding our opponent when their deck has so much fun stuff sounds pretty fun. I'm just going to Manifold Key to make a ton of Gilded Lotus mana right now. Alright, so we have 7 mana. Let's activate the Arch for 5 of that. Draw this Ugin. Cast this Guild Globe. Make a guy. Draw a card. Cast a Power Stone Shard. Make a guy. Activate the wand. Yep, we'll cast a Lava Coil. Get rid of your Steamkin. Let's just swing our entire board at their face, actually. Yep, Sarkhan's gonna have all of these meaningless triggers. We should probably just click resolve all. There we go.
Watch this.
Our opponent has 1 turn to literally shut down our deck or they lose. Alright, opponent will draw. What do you draw, opponent? Gonna bolt one of our things? Alright, they realize that there's literally no way they can win because our board is huge. I don't know anything that they could have even had in their deck that could have just won that for them there. Yay, winning! Nate the Artificer is pissed off because Richie and I are apparently garbage. I'm sorry. That's my bad. It was probably something that I did. I'm pretty bad at doing things, so I apologize. Alright. So this hand is pretty much great. If we can get some more permanents on board, this is going to be a really early Ugin with our Flood of Tears. And now that I said that, forget that I said anything, because now we don't have an Ugin in our hand anymore if our opponent's smart. Ah, Duress. How I hate you so. Flood of Tears into Karn, depending on what our opponent is playing. Oh, you weren't alerted to the stream? I think it posted on Facebook. Let me see. Let me take a look at this bad boy. Yeah, I got the message. At least our Twitter said that we're streaming. Maybe it's an issue and I can still yell at Josh. Wait, they they took a guild glow. Why? Opponent, donkey brains. You have donkey brains. We'll discard a Flood of Tears because we have 2 and we don't need 2. Play Mana Geode. Scry. Keep Guild Glowed on top. I'm happy you made it too, Nate. Good to see you, dude. We're hoping this mono blue jank is going to lead us to victory. So far, it's been promising. I love this deck. Okay, now you have a pick of good cards that you should have taken the first time around, opponent. So, if you take Karn, I'm sorry, but there's no helping. Okay, there's just no helping you, opponent. I tried to warn you. Alright, so we're going to cast this Guild Globe. Give us an additional draw. Find this Power Stone Shard, and now we're actually online to Flood of Tears into Ugin next turn. Our opponent just needs to be playing mono discards, though. I love these Soul Ring sleeves. They even like make little sound effects if you're like listening. Oh no, burglar rats! Okay, we're just gonna hard cast Ugin. Honestly, resetting our opponent's board isn't great right now, so having an Ugin is pretty great, though. Okay, so Sulfuran Void. Traveler's Amulet to the bottom of our library. Alright, 2 mana here. Geode for blue and black. There we go. And then we're actually going to go ahead and just cast Ugin here. Can't make us discard if we have no cards in hand. Turn a Flood of Tears into a 2/2. And then pass back. So honestly, with how slow our opponent's deck is going, the only thing I'd be scared of right now is an Elder Spell or Vraska's Contempt if they find another black source. I think they would have played that untapped if they had it, though, so now I'm a lot less scared. Okay. They have an errata. That's actually, I don't think I've seen anybody play like an errata deck, so that's pretty cool. Sadly for our opponent, now they don't have an errata. I don't know why I'm sarcastic to like this extent, but that's okay. I feel like that just adds some fun to the stream. What you got, opponent? Blade Crafter. Ah, yes. Probably sacrificing a burglar rat, and I am definitely sacrificing a spirit. Gotta get the synergy off my sack. Flood of Tears, in case that somehow becomes a useful card again. Alright, we're just not drawing anything, but as long as we can keep just blessing... We found Flood of Tears number 4. For some reason, we found every copy, which is honestly really weird for this deck, but that's okay. Alright, pass it back to our opponent. I don't see them doing a lot right now, so... They're hitting lands too, and we're doing more things a turn than they can. So, all's good. And attacking with Plague Crafter is just giving us more cards if that's what they really want to do, so... Go for it. It's actually exactly what they want to do. So we're going to pass to blockers and block this bad boy. If only we were drawing things that weren't like our one combo piece that's already kind of useless. Okay. They get to bring back a 1, 2, and 3. So we're discarding and sacrificing. I'll discard one of our Flood of Tears, and I will sacrifice a Renowned Weaponsmith. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 Karn Sign of Urza in the deck. Okay, sweet. So now we're finding cards that actually matter. So we're going to Guild Globe into Traveler's Amulet. We'll pop the Amulet right now. Thin our deck out a little bit. Go grab an island. Place that island for land for turn. Plus Ugin to make a spirit to block the Plague Crafter. And I think next turn, just depending on what... If they attack with this Plague Crafter and draw nothing, I'm just going to Flood of Tears for some synergy. And some extra draws. Because I'll plus Ugin, Flood of Tears, get back Guild Globe to cast for free. Okay, yeah. I don't know why they're just gunning for it so hard unless they have another Gruesome Menagerie. Yep. I'll just discard the Sulfuran Void. Go to my turn.
Secrets manifest before.
Yes. I want that Power Stone Shard. Blue. We have, like, nothing else to do in this Flood of Tears. Oh. Let's make sure we actually activate our Weaponsmith here. Flood of Tears, bounce back. Put an Ugin into play. Get back our Traveler's Amulet. Cast a Guild Globe. Play Renowned Weaponsmith. Go Shard. Shard. Geode. I'll leave that Geode on top because we're just going to turn it into a token. Geode. Did I play another land this turn? If not, the worst that happens is I just discard it to Disinformation Campaign, and it's still out of our deck, so that's whatever. Yeah, I already played one, so who cares? We just lose it, but it's not like it's a big loss. It's a basic island. You got us, opponent. So we pretty much like traded us getting 2 extra draws for them getting 1 extra draw, which at the end of the day, I'm not terribly opposed to that. There's Grind to the bottom still too, which is great for us. And since we're playing such a jank deck today, I think we're just going to keep getting paired up against jank. Oh my goodness. Like, and this is like the slowest I've seen this deck perform in a while. We just haven't really drawn anything. We have half our library left. But as long as we're still continuously plussing this Ugin, I think we should be in the clear. Alright, we're going to see a Gruesome Menagerie. We're probably just going to end up sacrificing 2 spirits. Or just sacrifice a spirit. Discard nothing. Resolve. I'll take this Mana Geode for the extra scry. Yep. Pass back. They're going to pay... Okay, make us discard the Geode that we just drew, probably? No? Okay. Sigh. There we go. There is an answer. Something that we've wanted. So now we're actually going to be generating creatures, and their sacrifice triggers aren't going to matter. Weaponsmith to the bottom. Plus Ugin.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Yeah. Not a ton we're doing right now, so we're just going to pass it back. Now that we actually have a Sigh, though, we're going to accelerate a little bit faster. Yep, opponent scoops. Hooray! All right. Game 3, no losses. This is the kind of stream I like. Gonna eat some more of my delicious, nutritious Kit Kat bar. My last piece, actually. Mockingbird, alright. So we're on the draw. And if worse comes to worse, we do have a blue source that lets us play these other two. We also have an Ugin. I think we have to keep this. As long as our opponent doesn't have like super strong hand disruption, we should be okay with this hand. Alright, looks like we're against some kind of either aggro or vampire deck. Karn on the bottom for now. I really just want to try to find a basic island next turn if possible, because that'll really get us started. Yep, definitely vampires. Down to 19. Alright. Blast Zone, we're going to have to pass back. Looks like we're just going to go with the Mana Geode into Sai into Gilded Lotus. Being able to bounce both boards would be really useful right now. I think my volume's a little bit too loud, so I'm just going to go here and lower that a little bit. Alright, we actually did find Flood of Tears. Arch of Araska, Mana Geode, Scry, put this other Ugin on the bottom. So if we can Flood of Tears, we can actually probably stay alive pretty easily. We're just literally going to have to do it like in the next turn. So what we draw here is actually going to really matter. Oh no, we're probably actually just dead. Yeah, because... I'll sacrifice this Sai for maybe the chance. Yeah, and that's just game. That's okay. They had a really strong opening hand for vampires, so what do you expect? We're definitely more like mid-rangey, so really strong aggro starts are this deck's weakness. What's really hilarious? Stream Decker needs an upper decker. Huh. I'm showing right now, if you pull up our little like side tab here on like the right-hand side of our stream, that one's all up to date, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that was the issue or not. This hand is perfect. Literally, if we just draw into a couple good cards here, we are all set. This Guild Globe is giving us an extra draw and some fuel. Blast Zone to the bottom. Cast this Guild Globe. Draw a card. Okay, yeah. Now we have our Flood of Tears. This is perfect with 2 Power Stone shards and Sai. So if we find an Ugin, we're pretty much set up to go off. And it looks like we're just playing Green Stompy. Which, funny enough, bouncing Green Stompy's entire hand usually actually slows down or stops them completely. Weird. Stream Decker Bot hasn't worked for you in a while. Huh. I'm actually looking at what list it pulls up when we click the link you did. Oh, it's pulling up my list for that. Yeah, when I clicked on it, it pulled up the list we're playing right now.
We will not fail.
I wonder if that's just some kind of like weird glitch that's happening for you. I hope not.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Yep. I'll block a tree. And you're gonna cast a troll. Alright, so we just need to stay alive for one more turn. And hopefully draw an Ugin. Is this too much to ask for? It might be. Let's sacrifice the amulet. Find an island. Put that in our hand. No attacks. Pass back. So, like, literally, an Ugin or a Karn. You expect performance. Yeah. I don't know what's up. Maybe Stream Decker, get your software together. Unacceptable. Can't believe you've done this. Oh my god. So we're going to have to Flood of Tears next turn, or we're screwed. The sad thing is, though, it returns all non-lands, so these forests are actually still going to be 3/3s. Oh my god, and they have the Vivian.
Civilization has crept too far. Tear it down.
Our opponent with this insane start on board right now. What is even going on? Oh, and they get rid of our side. No, that is not what we wanted. Get out of here. All right. Well, I can't actually afford to do that, so we're gonna have to just take the full thing. Because if we find an Ugin next turn, I need to play Power Stone Shard into Ugin. We just actually draw copy number 3 of Flood of Tears. So we're still gonna go ahead and cast one of those because it makes it so we can actually live. Probably should have actually cast Power Stone Shard first, but I don't do a lot of thinking here. I just do a lot of punting. So. So now they have the choice to just play a little bit and attack us, or play out and not attack us this turn. Fingers crossed they make the bad choice. They're making the good choice. Okay. I don't know what gets us out of this, because we just can't get rid of these forests easily. Oh, I guess that's right. They could just attack and then cast. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's what I like. Oh my god. Don't do this to us. Have some mercy.
I'd get out of the way if
Oh.
I were you.
There's that card we wanted. A turn late. Yeah, that is just game 1000%. There's nothing we can do there. I didn't want to do the math for the mana, so I just tried to actually work it out on stream live for you guys, so you could see the inner workings of my head on a computer screen. And that worked out very poorly, actually. That did not lead us to 6 wins. That's okay. So once again, the super aggro turn 3 500 power on board start is not really our best matchup here. So I can almost assure that this deck will continue to lose to those. But there are enough mid-rangey decks in the format right now where this deck just actually does really well. This is risky because there's no blue source, but I feel like the Scry from Sulfuran Void might be enough to help us through here. We have the Manifold Key, and if we find a Mana Rock too, that could be an okay. But we literally have the Flood of Tears, the Ugin, and the Karn, plus 3 renowned Weaponsmith. You don't think there's anybody's good matchup? Well, unless it's just 2 really aggro players just beating the crap out of each other. Let's stay on our curve here and play a Manifold Key. Next turn we have Renowned Weaponsmith, and if we find some more permanents to put into play, we're actually looking at an okay start here. This Flood of Tears just really needs to hit. That's what's going to put us way ahead. Picking everything up and then being able to cast it for free or discount with Ugin is just nuts. Okay, we're going to Blast Zone. Looks like we're playing some kind of Esper deck. So I'm actually going to leave the Amulet there for now, just in case we need it to count towards a permanent for our Flood of Tears. Alright, Narset, so we can't draw extra cards. That's okay. I don't think... I think Globe is the only thing that actually draws us cards, so I don't think that's really an issue. This will actually give us a little bit of a view. Okay, they find another Narset. It's probably just Esper Walkers. Yeah, we find another land. Let's put a Karn into play. Minus this Karn. Grab a Spyglass. Cast a Spyglass. And then name Narset. Pass back. Now we can shut off. We get a look at their hand too, which is great. And see how absolutely this hand screws us. I don't see any counter magic though, which is great. It's just very removal heavy. And it's not Planeswalker removal heavy, but... So it looks like a way to win would be to use Karn after we use Ugin. Trying to think what our best bet would be. They're grabbing something from outside the game, which is gross. We don't want to see that. But it's also what they're spending their entire turn on. Okay, we can't go off yet with Flood of Tears. Let's -2 Karn. Feel like we want to get ready to cast God Pharaoh's statue. Okay, so now that we have a mana rock, it means next turn we can go off. I'm going to crack the amulet right now. It gives us an additional mana source, and we have more than enough permanents in play for it to matter. The cool thing about the Sorcerer's Spyglass, too, is we're actually going to be able to use it next turn after we Flood of Tears for free. So if we see they have another walker in hand, we can actually counteract that pretty well. Because I don't think we're in a bad spot. These board wipes are going to suck, but... Oh, crap. Okay. That's whatever. They're probably going to get rid of our God Pharaoh statue, because that just kills them. Oh, they're getting rid of size from our deck. I wasn't even planning on using those to win right now, so that's whatever. I mean, that sucks, don't get me wrong, but... it's not the end of the world. They also have a D-Spark ready for our Ugin. So funny enough, I think I'm actually going to play God Pharaoh statue here so he can't do anything this turn. And then replay Spyglass with our 2 mana to shut off Narset. I think that's actually better. Now you have to spend 4 mana for a D-Spark on this God Pharaoh statue, which wastes another one of his turns. I'm really okay with that, actually. We can actually get back God Pharaoh statue with Karn. That's sick. Alright. And now next turn we can actually replay... or play Ugin for the first time. Opponent's playing a Glacial Fortress. Yep, they're going to destroy all of our artifacts. I assumed that was going to come, and there are honestly worse times they could have chosen to done that. But we'll just play our Ugin here. So, fun fact, they can remove our Ugin tokens as much as they want with their board wipes, and we will always get them back. They do get a turn with Narset here, but we're going to shut it down with Karn next turn. So I'm not super worried, once again. Alright. So we will Power Stone Shard. What kind of instant speed 4 mana interaction do you have? Plus Ugin. I mean, they know we have Karn, so I'm just going to cast it. Yeah, it hits. -2. Actually going to grab our God Pharaoh statue. Play said God Pharaoh statue. If this one card is a counterspell, that's just bad luck on our part, but it's just how that this game's going to end up rolling. It's probably not now. They have to pay 4 mana for a Revitalize. Let's turn off this Narset.
Interesting technique.
They're losing a life, too, from this God Pharaohs, so... 4 mana for Revitalize, back up to 15. Teferi, that's
Sorry,
actually something that I would rather return to their hand. Or not return to their hand, but shut down entirely. Thought Erasure, probably to get rid of our God Pharaoh statue. Yep, exactly that.
I will not lose another friend.
I think I'm just gonna go for a Forge.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Oh. Hi, idiot here. Karn to the bottom. Weaponsmith. Combat.
We will meet again.
Pass back. Arugan's at 7. Loyalty as well, which is kind of nice. Teferi, number 2.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Probably bouncing Mystic Forge. Ooh, plussing. Okay. So they're actually just going to board wipe in response to us declaring attackers. So I wasn't born yesterday, so we're going to do it this way. Now the question is, are you going to let your Teferi die? There we go. And since we don't really have any instant speed interaction, well, we can only plus Karn here right now, which is whatever.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
We're just going to blow up your Teferi.
Create or destroy.
Play your treasure map for free. Archer Varazka on the bottom. Exile Blaststone number 4. Island on top. Still unlucky. Let's just shuffle. Leave Ugin there. Pass back. Wondering what our opponent's going to do here. Play Narset number 2.
Focus and discipline. Sometimes put thoughtfulness before action.
All right, and they've had enough and they scoop. Okay, that was a little bit more of a boring one, but I think we just frustrated our opponent enough. I'll still consider that a decent win. Good job, Juice. Get a Scuttlemutt. Go up to 3 wins, and go back in. Let's get to 4. One baby step at a time. Also, if I look different this week, it's because I have a desk now. Wow, look at that. Instead of looking at me like, I don't know if I can do it really well from here, but instead of looking at the underside of my chin, you get to see my entire face now. I think that's pretty nice. All right, so this hand was just kind of an instant keeper, and Ugin away from this being like the nut draw. And let me just speak this Ugin into existence really quick, actually. But our opponent is playing vampires, but seems to be off to a slower start.
Defeating you
We see lots of vampires in Singleton, but that's okay.
I bestow a mighty curse.
It has Death Touch, so that's definitely hitting us. Geode, Scry, Power Stone Shard to the bottom. Treasure Map, pass. So we're at 3 mana towards Flood of Tears right now. We need to really hit a land next turn, so I'm going to put a stop on our upkeep to activate Treasure Map.
Blood is the life.
That's okay, Weaponsmith can die. It just means we really need to find the land with this Treasure Map activation.
Innistrad immediately, or you will taste
Sorin, number 2. Gonna throw a Sanctum Seeker. That's okay. We're on a clock, but it's not as fast as those last couple of games we were playing against vampires. Yeah. Okay. Leave that on top. Go to our draw step. Main phase. Island. Geode. Scry. Side of the bottom. Manifold Key. Okay. So now we literally just, if we top deck a land, we get a Flood of Tears with 4 permanents in play. Drop an Ugin and drop a couple permanents, which slows them down enough where I think that we're actually just going to lose right now. Anyway, never mind! All of the planning for nothing! All right. Well, that was 3 wins. Boom and boom. Since I'm not satisfied and we played aggro decks in best of ones, wow, weird, right? 3 times. I'm going to throw us back into the fray. Let's see what we can do here. Where's my blue deck? Here's my blue deck. When Arena stops lagging, we're going to go right back into it. All right, all right, all right. Sadly, I think we can keep this because of the Traveler's Amulet. If we hit nothing else, we are playing Burn. God save us. Oh my god. We have 2 copies of each of our walkers. Never mind. Maybe this hand was a little ambitious. I think we're losing right away. I think I just paid 500 coins to lose on camera. That seems to actually be the case. Our opponent has like the quintessential burn curve right now. Play an island, pass back. Fun with the mountain. We're getting hit for 3. Light up the stage is finding Wizard's Lightning and a mountain. Okay, that's a sigh. Let's Guild Globe. Probably gonna Wizard Lightning in our face in response. Exactly what they're going to do. So that's 6. If they find like 2 burn spells, we're just doomed. Discard a Karn, not a land. Chain Whirler. Yeah, we are just dead. Alright, let's move on to the next one. That's okay. Gotta keep on moving on. We're gonna mold that. It had some pieces, but it was way too slow. More comfortable with this. put a geode on the bottom. Find an Ugin. Making me feel good. Weaponsmith, really good, actually. Have to leave that on top. Play Manifold, pass. Okay, it looks like we're up against... Yep, Field of the Dead. Funnily enough, really bad against our deck. No, it doesn't seem like it, but literally bouncing back all of your zombies after you've played all of your lands kind of shuts down your deck. Can't play Psy this turn, but I can play a Mana Geode to get a Scry. I could also argue for the Shard, but I really want the Scry right now. Land on top is exactly what I want. Next turn I can go Psy, Shard. Start making some Thopters. Lots of Thopters are also good chump blockers, or just straight up blockers for zombies. Two colorless coming from our opponent. Gonna blow up our Void? Okay. I think they're just trying to ruin our Scry. We were just going for an island anyway. If we don't hit a land next turn, it'll suck, but that's whatever. We're gonna Growth Spiral on our end step. Go back to their turn. Island, Growth Spiral. Right, so they're one land away from activating Field of the Dead. It's actually a really quick start for their deck. Alright, we still found it. So we're gonna go Psy. Power Stone Shard. And pass. Ugh. They're putting a single charge counter on Blast Zone. That's okay. Blast Zone on 3 kind of poses us super hard if we don't get our Ugin out next turn. Making a single zombie. Getting a Scry. Ugin will keep us going enough where I won't care about losing everything on 3. Sulfuran Void definitely helps. I just have to remember whatever's on top is going to be turned into a Ugin. Yeah, Blast Zone can be turned into an Ugin. Why are we not tapping Weaponsmith for this deck? This way, too, if they decide to pop next turn, I have 2 mana available. There's sack the Power Stone Shards for a draw. Oh my god, English is hard.
And fear are the seeds of disaster. Truth lies beyond vision.
Losing Psy would suck, but it's whatever. If they want to try to... Yeah, they're just going to 3 to pop it next turn. Which, like I said, we'll end up losing 4 things, but we'll get a draw as well. So it could be worse. Ugin's going to help us recover from that a lot, too, now that he's down. Our next big step is to find a Karn. Yep, make a zombie. And you're going to pop the Blast Zone. Or not. 5 mana. 6 mana. 7 mana. Gonna escape shift. Yes. Make a trillion zombies. So funnily enough, there's actually a chance we still win next turn. Not win next turn, but pretty much like just shut them down permanently. If we draw one flood, we just get there. Yep, 15 2/2s. Then you're going to blow up all of our 3-drop. Oh, we found a Karn. Could be worse. Trying to think if Karn can find anything that just shuts them down. I should have put that thing that gives tokens -1, -0. That would have been some sweet sideboard tech. So we have 2 mana open. I think we just want to gain the life off Navigator's Compass.
Secrets manifest before you.
Because I have no idea what they're going to even try to do this turn. Just attack all out. Everything towards Ugin. That seems like a really dumb attack. Because what we can block 5, and then 6 zombies get through, dealing 12 damage to our Ugin. Yeah, how about I actually just go ahead. Let's draw 2. Alright, they're going to play a big Crisis. Yeah, we just lose this one. There's no way we're getting around that. That was a little brutal. Okay, so now we're 0-2 in this next league. Feels bad. But since I'm sadistic, we're just going to run it right back. That would actually be masochistic, wouldn't it? Since I like getting just beaten relentlessly over and over again. This hand looks keepable as frick to me. Sulfuran Void. Amulet to the bottom. Cast this amulet. Pass to our opponent. Got the Shrine tap back to us. We will treasure map. Pass back. Plains. A vampire, maybe? Oh, a Knight of Malice. We're playing against Orzhov Knights? That would be kind of cool, actually. Ugin to the bottom, we already have one. Flood of Tears is probably going to be pretty dope here. Looks like we might actually get a good Flood of Tears play for once. I'm actually going to go... You know, I will go Island on top. Play Karn.
I will defend
Minus Karn.
my allies counting on me.
Huh. What to grab here? Okay. I think I want to grab a Manifold Key. So I can cast it next turn to activate Flood of Tears. Goodbye, Karn. I will miss you. Blast Zone. We're going to go... Cast Flood of Tears. Bounce everything back. What? We bounced 4 permanents to our hand. What? Oh no, is it non-token? It's non-token. Oh, read my cards. I need to read my cards. Shit. Well, they just got to replay their entire hand for free. The embarrassment on stream, Josh. What are you doing? Well...
I am ancient and wise.
Fun fact, I'm losing my Ugin this turn. Inspiring Captain. Yikes. I'm gonna kill the bodyguard.
Another time, Planeswalker.
Well, maybe I can top deck an Ugin and actually get my stuff back next turn. Maybe. Ooh, that's an Inspiring Captain. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is game. All right. Well, I signed up for that other league literally to lose 3 games in a row. All right. Sometimes you just get done dirty like that. Yeah, okay, we'll pretend I was trying to speak English there. That's whatever. All right, but that will do it for today. Let's get back here to the list for our final Mom's Basement promotions, fun stuff, shenanigans, whatever you may call it before we leave. All right, well, thank you for joining our stream once again. I am Juice here with Mom's Basement Streams. If you're catching this on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to her channel if you have not already. And on top of that, we are still looking for 2 streamers to join the Mom's Basement team. So if you are interested, find us on either Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Tumblr at Mom's Basement Games and shoot us a message so we can get in contact with maybe setting up an interview and seeing if we can make some more magic work than usual than we do on the channel. Bad pun. Other than that, make sure you visit our website, mombasementgames.com. Buy some sweet swag. We got some t-shirts, some hoodies, some polos, some backpacks, all of that fun stuff. And I will catch you guys next Saturday for Teferi Week, which actually, I got my Teferi time over here really quick, so I'll give us a little sneak peek before we leave too. So, we're going to be putting this into a tournament. We got some, it's kind of a weird take on, like Esper mid range if you took black out of it and we're just playing it as a Azorius deck. But we have some saucy Teferiness here. We have Teferi Time Benders. We have 2 Oaths of Teferis for sauce, a full play set of Teferi Hero of Dominaria, and we also have 3 copies of Teferi's Time Twist, which flickers things and brings them back with counters, which we're trying to abuse with either saving our Heroes of Precinct 1 from removal, or bringing down our Deputy of Detentions to give opponents back minor threats to take heavier ones. So I'll actually be playing this next week on stream. So make sure you catch me for that. We have some sauce in the sideboard as well, but I'll save that for next week's intro video. And without further ado, that's going to do us for this week. So catch you on the flip side, guys.